Wait, is this uplink? Dude, there's no way they finally brought uplink to the game. I hope at some point we end up getting that in ranked. Yeah, we're definitely not going to. I see we're getting those new like map specific modes coming in. Those are gonna be like weekend modes. But that's not important. What we're gonna be covering here in the video is of course the brand new ISO submachine gun coming in this season's battle pass. Now I did buy the premium version plus the 12 tiers, so we're gonna go through that animation, just kind of see all the different unlocks. And to be completely honest with all of you guys, I've not seen any leaks for what this battle pass is. I heard that this season isn't the greatest, and just from what I've seen so far, which was a switchblade that looked like it was baseball themed, and a couple of different sports characters and weapons, like even the ICR here is, what is that, like a badminton shuttle? That's what they're called, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely not the second part of the word. So I'm assuming because the Summer Olympics are going on, that's why we got what we got. Anyway, the strafe run is going to be at tier 14 of this season's battle pass, and at tier 21, like I said, we're going to be unlocking the brand new ISO submachine gun. I really don't know much about this weapon, so we're going to be going into the testing range, figuring out what type of build we're going to be using on this thing, and then of course inside the video using it in ranked and just kind of seeing where it stands in the current meta of the game. And just to go through the rest of the battle pass, we do have a baseball emote, so batter up, and I'm more so curious what the final tier rewards are. It's going to be Beck Test Pilot, a racer, and then a football themed ISO cornerback is what they're calling it. Honestly, can't lie, I see why people are a bit disappointed. That doesn't look like the coolest like tier 50 skin that you can get. But on the bright side, this season is only 28 days long. So let's check out this ISO. As always, you guys know we upgrade these things out to max immediately. And one of the first things that we're going to be doing is throwing on the 50 round drum mag. I almost feel like this is a necessity before I even use the weapon, simply for the fact that the default mag on this is going to be 20 shots. I don't care if this weapon's like a 3-hit kill, at 20 shots is not going to be enough. So it looks like the muzzle, stock, laser, and underbarrel are all the standard attachments, and then once we get into the main barrel as well as the rear grip, those are going to be like the more unique attachments. Now I'm sure that tier 50 ISO had better iron sights than the default blueprint. Obviously for the video, like I said, I just want to use the regular version, but I do feel like one of the first things we're going to have to do is throw a red dot on. As far as the recoil control, it feels pretty standard for a submachine gun. Let's see what the damage is like on this guy. So 27s to the chest, 25 to the waist, 22 to the legs, and 25 to all of the upper body limbs. I'm assuming headshots are going to be 35. That is actually way lower than I was going to say. I was going to say like 40s. Now on the bright side, it seems like the damage is actually pretty decent at range by default on this weapon, because we're hitting 25s to the chest. Yeah, almost, I would say, probably like 18 to even 20 full meters out. Definitely more than the average gunfight distance that you're going to be taking with a submachine gun for sure. So I'd say we're probably expecting to be 4-tapping for the most part with this weapon, which makes me want to build it out to be a more long-range build. And after experimenting around, this is the build that I found to be most useful for the gun. Now, I really want to put emphasis on the fact that this is what I found to be most useful. At the end of the video, I'm really going to go over my first impressions and why I decided to go with this gunsmith. But a quick summary is when you go high mobility on this weapon, it is so incredibly difficult to use. Now, that leads you to maybe think about doing a balanced build, but it almost felt like the same result if I threw on a different stock, like the ultralight stock, to give myself a little bit more ADS movement speed. Overall, it just doesn't feel like this weapon has a competitive time to kill, and it definitely doesn't have one fast enough to play aggressive with. So that led me to really want to try to capitalize on this weapon's second damage range, which is 12.5 meters to 22 meters with this gunsmith. That's where it felt like it actually had a decent time to kill. Anywhere else up close or past that 22.5 range just didn't feel like it could compete. But hey, we're gonna go ahead and let the gameplay speak for itself and let you guys come to your own opinions. I just wanted to point out that this is the gunsmith that we used throughout the entire video of games that you guys are going to see. Oh, we just joined a game in progress. Okay, so it's gonna be a 3-stack on the other team. I feel like lobbies tonight have been absolutely stacked, but we'll see what we can do here, man. ISO in hand. Yeah, first time shooting this gun with the red dot, that was definitely a lot easier to track. So 100% this is the move. And you guys were wondering what I was doing with that like sighting. The reason I moved it to 100% is just because I like the way the little red dot looks on SMGs. Honestly, on ARs as well. I just feel like it makes it a lot easier to play aggressive with. Oh, teammate just died there. So the damage at range isn't bad. I don't feel like the time to kill on this gun is, I was going to say special at all, but we kind of beamed right there. Beamer right there as well. The time to kill is probably good for an SMG at long range. I don't know if we're going to be like outgunning Definitely the BP-50, which is going to be our main counter this season, because obviously that's the best gun in the game currently, even after it's like a little shadow nerf that I got this season. And at the very least, we're going to have to like combat the Type 19. But the damage on it doesn't feel bad at all. This build is definitely very slow. Like my strafe speed especially is just toast and gone. Oh, I got a slow walking. That's definitely not something you want to see with an SMG. He's going to knife me. The gun doesn't really feel like completely unusable first impressions here. We might have to change out the stock on the gunsmith. To be decided. Oh, it's 3 on B. Yeah. Dude, I have no mobility. It was obviously to be expected with the gunsmith that we were doing. I just didn't think it was going to be this bad on an SMG. Enemies are probably all going to spawn down low. There's one. I saw the second player. I really don't feel like chowing head on. We're gonna try to make this like little wraparound play. They're on B. Yeah, especially when you get a headshot in the mix there. The damage on this guy is not terrible. This guy re-peeks, right? That was a crazy peek. Can't lie. We're gonna save the SAM turret here since there's not much game time left. I really want to try to cross map this player. Yeah, the damage at range is good. Does this guy rotate around? Probably dead here. I gotta hop up quick. Sounds like there might be a player coming up. That was not the way I expected them to, but yeah, they came up. Oh my god, that is not how I expected to get beamed either. That BP-50 just took off my kinetic like it was nothing. Okay, yeah, first impressions of the gunsmith that we used. Like I said, the damage at range feels solid for an SMG. I think there's a huge downside on our mobility, and I'm probably gonna have to, at the very least, swap out my stock, because look at this strafe speed. For an SMG, this is so... I feel like the BP-50 might be faster. And y'all know I'm, like, crying about the BP-50 all the time, but... like, that's just sort of the baseline of what we need to compare weapons to right now. Oh, like, I just don't have any ability to dodge bullets, so even playing aggressive with this is going to be, like, tough with the advanced UAV up. Oh, 1 bullet, nice. I think there's a guy still up top over here. Enemies are most likely going to be spawning near in that kind of pocket area. I'd actually even say they're probably at the stalls right now. Stun going out. I'll go ahead and pop the kinetic. We're just going to slow push in here. Wow. Barely winning that gunfight there. Yeah, I almost feel like I've got the strafe speed of an LMG right now. It does kind of feel like I've made like an ISO hemlock accidentally here. Okay, I'm not going to win that gunfight even if I pre-fire. We'll just back up, throw the trip mine here behind us, and we'll try to defend them off of B. A lot of hit markers, picking up 1 and a major assist. Trophy system out. Enemies are on A. There's definitely a guy up top over there too. Okay, they got at least 2 over there. Should be able to get A back. Teammate's got a shield up there. Enemies are somewhere in the middle of the map. Down, there's another advanced UAV. Put that into the sky. I'll chow this. 1 more in the middle of the map. Not going to win that gunfight, so we're just going to reposition. Maybe kill this guy while our teammate's distracting him. Yeah, I want to try to challenge a couple of these gunfights up top. Yeah, so you're not going to want to take anything at like that range. I mean, that's to be expected, right? Dude, it would have been sick if there's like some type of 5.56 ammo you could put on this thing and make it, again, like the ISO hemlock. Because I feel like this could be a really nasty AR if it had AR damage at range. But the way it's like time to kill feels up close. Ooh. Just doesn't feel like you're going to want to play super aggressive with it. I don't know, man. First impressions, the gun is just extremely mid. It feels like it couldn't decide if it wanted to be a submachine gun and AR and just sort of went in the middle of both of those categories, which makes it not really good in any situation. So since that first game on firing range, I went ahead and played around with a couple of different gunsmiths for the build and ultimately came back to this very first one we built out with basically no mobility. And the reason for that is because the time to kill at pretty much any range on this gun is never going to be the best. And when I built the gun out to have higher mobility, then I was really losing a lot of the accuracy because the weapon actually has significant hit flinch with the collapsible stock. And then once you start changing around some of the barrels, you're going to lose that bullet speed and just overall a lot of accuracy. It made the gun very difficult to use. So this is my second game with this same gunsmith that you guys saw in that first match, and already I'm off to what feels to be a better start than pretty much any of the other ones I played with high mobility builds. There's a guy behind me and in front of me here. Yeah, this is just the way to do it. So yeah, unfortunately, a submachine gun that's gonna have to be built out like this is not ideal, but this is the way to do it. I can't express to you guys how much better the gun does feel. It almost feels like it just has too much recoil when you take the other approaches. Oh, I thought I was gonna get knifed there. We gotta put up this advanced UAV quick. We got a player on our SAM turret. They're trying to shoot it down. We gotta pistol them. Oh, thankfully I didn't choke that. Bison attempting to pick up. We'll go ahead and do so. I'm just watching all these guys on the advanced UAV. I can't get this guy's head, can I? No. And this other player's just holding down the heady. So we're gonna go ahead and just rotate. Not gonna be a big value advanced, but just the fact that it kept us alive, I think is helpful enough. We got 2-3 players here. Let's see. Are they gonna... What are they doing? Melee in hand? What was that? He like shoulder peeked it. Oh, I don't even think he did that on purpose. I think he was just reloading. Yeah, the mobility on this thing is cooked. But as I said before, I think building this out is just trying to find like the lesser of the evils. And to have... Wait, is there a guy literally behind me, or what was that? Just a weird UAV? And building this thing out for damage at range does feel like the lesser of those like downsides that you'll inevitably have with different gunsmiths. I feel like everyone's just running at me with their melees out. We really got to push that guy aggressive. Teammate taking him out. I don't think I've seen that guy shoot his gun once. There's one more. Wait, okay, good. That was a teammate. A little 3-piece there. See if we can turn it into 4. Yep, and enemies might spawn close behind us. Yeah, this mobility is so slow, dude. Oh, wait, he's bad. He's bad. I love that. Is there another guy blue? Oh, there goes an annihilator too. Ooh. All right, well, at least we were able to pick up 30 here. This definitely felt like a game where I could have gotten significantly more, but it was just kind of oddly slow. No one's peeking over there. I hear an annihilator over in blue, teammates. We're taking them out? Yeah. And that'll do it for the game. Not very exciting. We're going to try to run back one more with this gunsmith and see if we can get you guys a nuke or something crazy. Really not sure how I'm going to have to play this here. I feel like I'm going to be limited to like this area here, or maybe best case scenario getting to B. Us triple capping early game here though is kind of crazy. Some more players over in the B area. Dude, I'm just running in circles listening for these guys. Did he just hop the wall as soon as I turned around? Because I would not have been surprised with the way this lobby's playing out. Same as that Slums game where it's just kind of like very slow pace. Able to save the A flag. No real reason to do that. Honestly, the game would be better if the enemies had a home flag for us to spawn trap them at. Oh man, my aim's terrible. I was right about this lobby though. I did see that player at long range. I'm gonna try to play this out like an AR. Okay. I think we found the gunsmith that works on the gun. There it is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pop into the sky. See if we can benefit from it. Yeah, mid-range like that is where this gun shines. Now, with that being said, it definitely doesn't feel like it's got a quick time to kill. It just feels like that's the best scenario to use, and I definitely think that's something you guys need to keep in mind here for these first impressions, as I'm constantly saying like, oh yeah, this gun feels good mid-range. It feels good for what the gun is. An AFK or something. Wow. I just literally dodged a grenade. Is this guy actually shooting something? Am I that bad? Why can't I kill him? I have no ammo now. Yeah, I gotta make sure. Oh, that guy saw me. Yeah, I don't even want to chow that. There's like no reason for me to make an unnecessary push right now. Our team's winning like crazy. Let's see if we can lock in a nuke. Losing B, huh? There's 2 on B. I'm not peeking. I could potentially farm my way over to an advanced UAV. If we get a UAV shot down, there it is. And this flag cap. Yeah, we're close, dude. 20 points. Enemy's calling another UAV, please. Oh, there's a guy right below me. Can I get a sight on him? Dang, I could, but a little too late. All right, we're gonna try to play the green room if we can get in here. Oh, UAV, that's gonna get me an advanced. There it is. We'll do it ourselves. Play over here by green. Let's see if we can get this kill on the cross. I didn't think I was gonna get there in time, to be completely honest. Got a player coming up over here. They're eyeballing me, just waiting. He's gonna go for that hop up, it seems like. Seems like he also died to the VTOL. Get another spawn kill. 1 bullet. I'm very impressed with the ability for this gun to cross map. I feel like everybody in this lobby is fighting at B right now. I've just not been a part of it. I was slow playing that nuke. I knew I was close. I didn't think I was only 1 kill away. Yeah, we're gonna start getting into the action over at B, play a little bit more aggressive, because like I said, this is just not a great lobby. There's another one of those lobbies where if I had like a gun that killed a little bit better than this one, oh, we would have made them pay. This is like a double nuke. I will take the single though, because you guys haven't seen how much I've actually been playing the game here today. After that nuke enemy should be spawning over at green. That's at least one. I feel like there's a couple more. One's at the window right now. Yo, peek it, peek it, peek it. Thank you. Looks like we got a couple pushing over towards B. I wanted to check to see if there was a full enemy squad here. Only 4 players, which explains why the second half of this game slowed down so much. One spawning up over here. They're dead, and we're just 5 points away from this basically being over here. We'll go ahead and go for the triple cap. Stat pad a little bit. I'll take the kill over the cap. No lie, you guys know me. All right, well, there you have it, man. That is the brand new ISO SMG. So my final thoughts on the weapon. I think outside of players attempting to use it for the very first time just because it's new, you're never going to see this weapon in ranked unless it receives a shadow buff after I make this video. The time to kill for the gun is not good in any scenario. And when you're building out a gunsmith, as I said a little bit in the slums match, it's sort of just limiting the damage. You're sort of forced to build out what you feel is the lesser of evils. And let me explain. If you go high mobility, this gun is incredibly unstable. I honestly thought maybe it's just not my night, maybe I'm not warmed up, but the second I swapped back to the recoil control build, we were back to beaming. Now, the obvious downsides if you build this thing out the way I did for damage at range and a little bit more stability is the fact that you just absolutely crush your mobility. Your strafe speed, as you guys saw there, was slower than 90% of the ARs in the game, and I go as far as to say it felt nearly like an LMG. If someone catches you sprinting, the ADS time on that build is slower than the average time to kill in COD Mobile, and overall, I would say there are like 20 other non-meta weapons that are better than this gun. So with that being said, just think of how difficult it would be to go against an entire 5 stack of players using Type 19s, BP50s, DRHs. We're in a meta absolutely owned by ARs at the moment, and this SMG coming out not even being what I would consider like a top 3 SMG, it says a lot. It really does. But hey, I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comment section below once you do unlock the weapon. And with all that being said, that's gonna go ahead and do it here for myself, and I will catch you guys all in the next one.